Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Next Team Podcast, episode 28. Today, we're going to be discussing the semi-finals of the Euro 2020 tournament, specifically the England and Denmark match, which England won. Before we head into the episode proper, I just want to ask you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit like on the video, press the bell so you get notified whenever we upload. Follow us on Spotify. We are there as the Next Team Podcast, and also follow us on Instagram at the Next Team SG. So today I am joined by Vikas, Praveen, Pramod, and Arjun. Without further ado, let's get on with the episode. So, boys, it's coming home apparently.
I think it's
The
diving
hype train.
home, but yeah, it's still
It's
what home?
It's diving home.
It's
Oh
diving
wow!
home.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But just before we get into the discussions, right? It seems like the England hype train is in full speed, and it's
Yep.
heading towards the station known as "It's Coming Home." Okay, boys. It as every day passes, it seems like Pramod might be right after all. Maybe
telling you all,
England's.
No, but you gotta
Maybe-
understand that. Yeah, but I was telling Vikas like my loyalty to England is sort of a blind loyalty. You know what I mean? It's not like I have followed England since like whenever. It's not like United where I know the history. It's more just blind loyalty. Yeah. So
Right.
if I'm right, it's
So
just
you let
pure luck.
you let your emotions cloud your judgment, lah, Pramod.
I let my
So
emotion.
you actually have
true,
no place on a. You
But
actually have no
it's-
place in an analysis show, Pramod.
Wow!
But it's,
Wow!
No. I'm just playing. But yeah, I understand the blind loyalty part. I mean, everyone sort
I
of
mean,
has a blind
technically,
loyalty.
all of us. I think all of us subconsciously are supporting England in every major tournament. It's just
I
that they
mean-
never do well enough. The fact, and we never really get on the hype train. As a truth, if England were as good as they're supposed to be, right, I think all of us will be supporting them for a lot of tournaments. I mean, for
Yeah,
almost every tournament, honestly.
Yeah, but the
That's the
truth
truth.
is they are a much better team now, though,
Yeah, I mean, in terms of results, yes.
compared to 2016.
have you seen the meme where like they put a picture of like Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice, and then they look like people who deliver like pizza to your house, and then you compare that to like Gerard Lampard's goals,
You
and then
said
they put
Yeah.
them.
I've not seen that.
Basically, they're
I'm sorry.
comparing the midfields of the golden generation and the
Yeah.
current generation, and
Okay.
they're just taking a piss. But yeah,
Okay.
quite funny.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head into the match, guys. So, let's see. At the start of the match, not much, but 30 minutes in the first half, Damsgaard scored a free kick. Frankly, amazing free kick, brilliant goal.
Dynamite.
Almost like a mirror image of Trippier's goal in the semi-finals of the World Cup.
Okay,
Maybe
I
this
mean,
was
further
more in
away.
the top corner.
that
This was
it's
more in
further
the
away.
top corner.
I think this was more central though.
this is more central
Yeah.
actually.
Pickford got
Uh,
hit. Yeah.
Pickford should
got
have done better. Well, that's what a lot of people say actually.
Actually, do you all see the news about how the Danish wall during the
Ah,
run,
yeah,
they
yeah.
moved closer
So-
to
so-
the English wall, which shouldn't
Yeah, I
have
was
been allowed
getting to
actually.
that. Yeah. So
Oh.
that goal shouldn't have stood because if you have more than 3 players in a wall, the attacking team players should be at least 1 meter away from it.
Yeah.
And the Danish players were packed close together with the wall, the English wall. And
It was actually quite smart because they
yeah,
did it at
so-
the last moment and the referee
Right.
didn't notice. And
Right.
basically what that did is it obstructed Pickford's vision, which is why he
Yeah.
got lead to a ball that's quite central even.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the goal shouldn't have stood at all. And I'm actually surprised that VAR didn't catch it because VAR is there to
Yeah.
check this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that, I mean, if anything, that is a clear and obvious error.
Yeah.
No, but it's
I-
up to Pickford also, right, to save it. I feel.
No,
It's
no,
not-
Yeah,
no,
but like
But was it a
his
clear
vision
and
is-
obvious? Sorry,
Yeah, it's not.
It is a clear and obvious error because it's in the rule book.
Yeah, it's one of
It
those
is.
obscure rules that your
Exactly.
referee can easily overlook. And
I would say that is more if you overlookable, if you like to call it, rather than the penalty
Sure,
incident,
but
which will come to that
then
later.
what's-
But yeah,
No,
but I mean, I agree that you're supposed to use the rules as it is, but I would say it's not that obvious to spot.
no,
in
but
real
VAR
time.
is there for that reason. That's my point.
Yeah, the referee should have
if it's
sorted
just
it
the
out
referee, I
regardless.
can see how he might have missed it and everything. Because at the speed of the game, it's hard to keep track. But VAR is there specifically for this purpose. So
Yeah.
Okay lah.
they should have caught it, which they didn't. But
Okay.
this England didn't
Yeah,
have
okay
to-
lah. I mean, VAR aside, what a strike that was. The
Ah, yeah,
guy,
it's a
the
brilliant
guy
goal.
is 21. Doing it in the semi-final in the Euros. It's pretty
who does he
insane.
play for?
Sampdoria.
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 Yeah.
They bought him for 7 million, and this season, I think they're willing to listen to offers from like 40 to 45 million.
Ooh.
So, I mean, I can see him going to a bigger club, whether this season or next season, I don't know. But
To be fair, he just got that goal right in the entire tournament.
no, he's done pretty. He's played very well throughout the whole tournament.
He scored one more.
actually.
So I
He
think,
scored another against Russia, if I'm not wrong. But
Yeah.
overall, he has had a very good tournament.
Yeah,
To be fair to
I
him.
mean, he came in for Ericsson. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy to fill his shoes.
Yeah,
He's-
it's not
yeah.
easy to finish.
He's the creative spark for them. So yeah, I mean, he's done really, really well. And yeah, I mean, okay, so England went down with that goal. So that was
Yeah,
the first goal
was
that
a-
England conceded.
yeah,
which
and that was the first time
yeah.
that they are behind. Completely new
Yeah.
situation for them.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I was damn worried. Like, a
I thought
situation
England were toast. I thought it was happening again.
that-
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I
I
mean-
predicted 1-0 to Denmark. I was like, oh my god, it's actually going to be 1-0 to Denmark. I was like, then
But all this panic only lasted for 9 minutes because in the 39th minute, England scored.
Yep.
At first, we thought it was Sterling who scored, but it wasn't. It was
An own goal, right?
It was
Yeah,
own goal by
own
Kera.
Okay, yeah.
like
I think
Uh,
Kane learned his mistake from the
I think
2018 World
from
Cup.
the
Kane was man of the match by a country mile. I mean, maybe Sterling comes a close second, but Kane was my man of the match.
I don't get it. Sterling got the star of the match, but
I
he
think
came
Sterling
close
was the
second.
man of the match. In my
Yeah, I think
For me-
Sterling
for me,
I
it
think
was
Sterling
Kane,
made things. Sterling made things happen in
I
extra
would
time.
give it. Yeah, I would. Yeah, extra time he was definitely the best player, but overall in the whole match, I would say Kane was doing the most. Kane created the. See, I would say until the Denmark goal, right? Like up until the Damsgaard goal, Denmark were putting all sorts of pressure on English defense. Pickford was making horrendous mistakes. He led through a throw.
Can I
which,
can,
yeah,
can I just read it back? Someone said Kane learned his lesson from the 2018 semi-final. It was actually Saka who squared the ball. It wasn't
No. Kane was on to pass it to Saka.
Kane
Then
was the
Saka-
one that created the goal. To be fair,
Yeah, he threw ball it to Saka.
the through ball to Saka was through by Kane.
It's not a direct learning. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to draw a reference.
No.
Yeah.
I just need to make it
Yeah.
accuracy.
So Denmark were all over England, and after the goal, like you could see heads were dropping, but I think Kane was the only one or one of the few
Kane
players that
was
actually
doing
stood
this.
up. Yeah, he
Kane
stood
was
up.
doing
Yeah.
this,
Proper captain's performance. He comes in, he gives
right.
a beautiful through ball, and Saka is alert, squares it very good square. I mean, the ball was squared very nicely to Sterling, and it came to a point where Kea had to take a touch if Sterling was going to score. And actually, 48 seconds before that, Sterling had a big chance as well, which I think Schmeichel saved as well. That was I don't know if you would blame Sterling for that because it was quite central. But
He should have scored that.
yeah,
Still.
he should have scored that. I think I also feel he should have scored that. But yeah, I think Schmeichel had a very good game as well. He was very unlucky to concede 2. I don't think he played that badly at all.
Right.
He was their stand-up player for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's this header from Maguire, if you all noticed. That
Yeah.
He like reached to the.
Oh, that was a proper. That was the second half, right? Was it?
I'm sure. Somewhere.
I thought it was a goal, but wow.
Yeah.
Safe,
Right. So, and then the second half happened. Nothing of note really happened. Actually, really nothing happened apart from a couple of yellow cards and a lot of substitutions. The only major thing was Jordan Henderson came in for Declan Rice. And,
Grealish also, right? Was it?
Yeah.
70th.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Grealish came on.
Yeah, there were a lot of.
Henderson was I think in the extra time. Right?
Yeah.
Henderson was in extra time. Only Grealish came on
Oh,
during
sorry.
normal,
Okay,
90
yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I thought it was in added time. Yeah, so in extra time. In extra time, obviously, this is the penalty incident. Sterling goes into the box. Seems to be like sandwiched by 2 players. He goes down. And
He was sandwiched by 2 players.
Yeah. He was sandwiched.
He
by
was,
some
but-
players. But so the referee gives a penalty, and I think, okay, personally, I don't think it's a penalty, but
It's not.
there is contact, so I can't argue.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's
There
not a
is-
penalty, it's been.
No,
I mean, it's
but
vast
I'm
duty
saying
to-
contact is like
VAR
this.
duty to.
No, but
Overturn.
VAR won't overturn if it's not clear and obvious.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't overturn. Not
So-
There was
so
contact at the
VAR
back
won't-
leg.
The important thing was the referee gave the penalty. That's one thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't if the referee hadn't given the penalty, probably the decision would have stayed as not a penalty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a problem there. So in real time, because Sterling is moving so quickly, and so many defenders around, when he falls down, quite likely the ref is going to give the pen. So I mean, I guess if you were to look at it like as incident by itself without taking into account the referee's decision is definitely not a penalty.
Right.
But having
He
said that, I
didn't
think
get the ball, right? The defender didn't get the ball, right?
yeah, but there wasn't a strong enough contact for a striker to go down.
If that happened
Yeah.
outside the box, would have it been a free kick? That's the question. No.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think so.
That's the same thing,
I've seen that being given as a dive before. Because if you think about it, even the second half, right? I think England had a penalty shot as well. I think that was more clear.
Kane, right?
The one Kane got tripped. So I would say
thought
that is
Kane
more
one
of a-
was penalty. Yeah.
that was a penalty to me as well. So if you, I mean, in a way, I guess you can say justice was served because
Yeah,
a
on
one that
balance,
was not on balance, yeah, fair enough. But if you want to look at it, absolutely, I think Denmark would consider themselves quite unlucky because that was
Yeah.
not a pen. That was definitely not a pen.
But to be fair to England, I think they were the better team like throughout. The
Yeah,
game.
they were
They
absolutely
dominated the
dominating.
game.
Second
yeah.
half onwards, the game was theirs. Honestly,
I think-
first half,
I think- yeah.
first time I'll give it to Denmark, but the character they showed to come back was quite commendable.
Right.
I think they
And
deserve to go through.
Yeah,
Of the
they
two
did,
teams.
definitely did.
What do you think about the laser point incident?
Yeah, I was actually getting there. So first of all,
Oh.
let's just talk about the goal first. Kane, even though he's an amazing penalty taker, took a dreadful penalty.
No, you shouldn't say that. You know what I did? Because he won the golden boot and golden assist, right? So he assisted himself to score.
Wow.
Samu, you don't do yourself any favors.
Well, I mean, here I was hesitant to claim the Saka assist, but I tell you what, after that, I'm claiming that all the way.
It's like I need to maintain my position as the best assister and scorer in the league. So I'll assist myself and score.
Okay,
Wow.
That's what.
Sure.
okay. Can I just talk about the goal
Moving on.
first?
Yeah.
So he goes to Schmeichel's left, not far enough into the corner. It's actually a bit. It's neither here nor there. It's right in the middle.
Actually, to be honest, exactly like Mbappe's penalty. I feel think, or
Yeah,
Morata's
it is.
penalty.
But it's just on
Or
the
like-
yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Mbappe's
Mbappe was on
penalty
the
is-
other side. Sorry,
Mbappe was still
it's
better,
like
I would say.
it's exactly like Morata's penalty actually. Yeah.
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 And honestly, Schmeichel did well to save it, but there's a lot of okay. So let me just go through first. Schmeichel did well to save it, and Kane taps in the rebound. A lot of people are saying that maybe Schmeichel could have caught it, but I think that's asking too much. I think it's good enough that he's already saved the penalty. It's just really unlucky that he hit the ball back into the path of Kane instead of the Danish defender who was coming in actually.
I saw analysis saying he tried to catch it and therefore he failed to catch it and therefore
I
he
get,
rebounded.
yeah. I think
It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
okay.
keepers, a part of a keeper's job is also to, keeper when they say make the save, right? They should make the save such that the ball doesn't end up back in the striker's path,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they do special training to actually do that,
But actually, to be fair, it's not the keeper's job to prevent the rebound. It's the defender's job to make sure Kane doesn't get it.
But it's a bit difficult though because he
Yeah,
already has
exactly.
but
Because
Kane
you
has a
can't-
9-yard head start.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's very difficult.
So,
It's quite hard to
it's
expect
hard.
the defenders to do that. I mean, it's a very hard. I mean, the fact that first of all, the fact that Schmeichel actually saved the penalty is quite commendable. But
Right.
having made the penalty save, I mean, if you want to be a harsh critic, you could say that he should have parried the ball away from Kane.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't that great a penalty, it was not like a rocket or something like. It was still quite comfortable because it was somewhere in his mid drift, which for keepers at that level is quite savable and quite parryable, if you want to call it. So, I mean, it is what it is. England scored and fair play to Kane because I think Morata, speaking of Morata, he had a similar chance in one of the games. I think he missed the open goal as well. So,
Right.
so
I mean, he did well to finish it. Schmeichel
yeah.
actually almost saved the second shot from Kane.
yeah, but that was not good.
That
That
was
was not being saved by Schmeichel. No chance.
Yeah. I mean, but he really did try
Kane
his best.
smashed it in, to be honest.
Yeah. He was closer than you think. Schmeichel was actually pretty close. But I mean,
I
it
don't
wasn't
think
meant
Kane
to
gave
be,
him a
yeah.
chance, to
The
be very
biggest
honest.
goal of Kane's career, I think, personally. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably if they end
Right
up
now
with
it
this,
is,
probably yeah.
Even
Maybe
if
when
they-
England's
Finals goal,
even if they don't win, it's still a pretty huge goal. Like
Yeah.
bring your
They have
country
made
to the
made
final.
history. What they have never entered the final from 66. This is the first time. So unless you're
5 years
above,
later.
unless you're 55 years old, which none of us are, this is an emotion that we have never felt. So it's definitely a historical moment.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's their first Euros final, right? I think.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, first Euros final.
Yeah, first Euros final ever. Yeah.
And their
Okay.
second final ever, I think. Which
This
is
is their
mad.
second final ever, to be honest.
Which is mad
Yeah.
for England.
Yeah,
Southgate.
That's not very
For
good.
such a supposedly strong footballing nation, they have not much of a history.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Southgate may get knighted. after
Yeah,
the fight.
I
Yeah.
read that as well.
And
I mean,
Southgate
he truly deserves it, to be
He
honest.
deserves
He
it.
deserves it. I mean, all he just answered all his critics. Honestly, every tactical. Okay, I mean, I think we're talking about the extra time as well, right? Do you all agree with taking Grealish off for Trippier?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do. I do agree.
A lot of fans were quite divided on this, and I initially when that happened, I thought, okay, this guy has a lot of balls to make that decision, like because
Yeah.
it's not a very popular decision, and the fact that Grealish, having been the most foul player in the league, could actually draw fouls in extra time, and actually, I mean, it's ideal in that kind of situation, lah.
Right.
But Southgate, I mean, his plan was to play a back five. I think
Yeah,
keep it
so it's
keep it more tight at the back.
Yeah,
It's a
so it's
and
systemic.
it's
So I don't.
I
Yeah.
think it makes sense.
I think it's
to be
the right
honest.
choice. If he wants to, okay. So in that situation, we are leading by 1 goal with 16 minutes left to go. You have 4 defenders in the back now. You can either go forward as if you're an attacking-minded manager. If you're not, you can stay back and defend. And if bringing in another defender, it will obviously help that strategy. Then by all means,
The only
like, you
devil's
don't have to
advocate,
be-
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, you don't have to be a manager that you're not just to
And
please fans.
And not
At
just
the
that.
end,
I mean, Trippier is a very good set piece taker also. I mean, if in case Denmark scores,
yeah,
like if they go to penalties, I mean,
Yeah.
pretty sure Trippier will be one of them will be taking a penalty also. Lah.
yeah,
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just whether would you take off Grealish or because he came on, or would you have taken someone else off instead of Grealish? That's like a counter argument, I would say.
I guess with
There's no way,
Grealish,
but there's no way he's going to take out Sterling. That guy loves
Yeah.
Sterling.
you cannot take out
Yeah.
Sterling or Kane.
and you cannot. These two are the senior players in the team, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
are
mean, I
gonna
think
play,
overall they are the reason why England have come so far, and I didn't.
Definitely.
Kane, I saw maybe I can foresee Kane, but Sterling definitely not, but I think he's proven everyone wrong, especially the extra time period, right? Or the legs he showed to make those runs and dribbles. He was getting past 4-5 defenders at the 115th, 120th minute,
yeah.
and that really shows how much he's stepping up, and really.
How much of a contrast from last season.
Yeah, exactly.
The
So it's like he
only-
looks like a shadow of himself from last season. Yeah.
Right. The only other player you can sort of ask, like, why didn't he take him off instead is Phillips. But
Yeah,
then
but
again,
Phillips
I
had a
think
good
Phillips
game
is
also.
more,
Yeah.
but
He's
Did
a,
he
he's
isn't
a
he
senior.
better? Yeah, he's better defensively. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So he's more well-rounded defensively. So all in all, Jack Grealish is the correct player to take off in that situation. I
Also,
mean, in the
yeah.
end, it paid off. So
Also, the
so no one
strategy
can
of
really question him.
keeping Grealish on and asking him to draw fouls, right, is quite risky because
Yeah.
Grealish is your main difference maker off the bench. So if let's say he draws a foul and gets injured, then that's a huge blow.
Yeah.
So I think
But
it's
that's
also,
always a risk with him on the pitch also, if in that by that logic.
Yeah, but I feel like
No, because he's the one who's like he single-handedly changed the game against Germany, right?
what I'm
he
saying is
came
that you
on.
shouldn't use that as a strategy to waste time,
Yeah.
because that's going to make him even more at risk.
Because if Grealish is charging at goal, you will have 3 other English players supporting him. So if a foul has been drawn, then yes, your strategy has worked. But if the opponent gets the ball, then now you have 4 players stranded in front, and they have a counter attack. And the Danes are actually pretty good at counter attacking as well, with like Braithwaite and players like that, right?
Yeah.
So I think
Mailer.
in the end is Marlo.
Yeah,
Also.
Mailer.
So I think it was the right decision. Who is questioning this decision, by the way?
Quite a lot of
It's just the
people.
fact that
I watched a lot
it's
of
just the fact
podcasts,
that Grealish came on, Grealish came on and he got subbed off. It's like the Moise
talk
Keane
ab-
incident, He like came on, then they subbed him off.
because it's
I
harsh
mean,
for any
as-
player to do that, right? That's the
But
thing.
Yeah.
like we've just proven,
Yeah,
it doesn't take
Yeah.
much thinking to realize that it's the correct decision.
Like I wouldn't care if my team makes a historic final in 55 years if I have to get subbed off. Like
Exactly.
how can I
Yeah.
miss?
No, yeah.
I'm
as
surprised
in
that
a way,
people are even like asking.
no, it's
questions
first,
about
because honestly, okay, think of yourself as a player. Like you want to make the difference for your country, and it's not like
Right.
you're getting subbed off, not because you're playing badly, but for tactical change. But at that point in time, you might think otherwise, That's the thing. Even though your manager reassures you as that's not the case.
But then bottom line is, I know it's always hard for players to come off, but bottom line is,
Greater good for the greater team.
you don't deserve a chance at that trophy if you can't accept the tactical decisions that come with it. You have to accept that you're an attacking player and now the team needs defense. You need to come off. You have to
And then
accept
credit
that.
to Grealish as well. I think they were talking about him posting on social media, like there wasn't any sign of resentment or like any sign of resentment or anything,
Yeah,
which is
right.
He took it very
and,
sportively.
and it shows like the camaraderie that the English team shares. Like there's no animosity whatsoever. There's no egos.
Yeah.
Everyone is perfectly happy to play the roles they are assigned. Like Sancho is happy to come on for a Ukraine game and perform. Like everyone is putting the hand up when the
when they
team
called upon
requires and they called upon. And that's I think the main reason why they're doing so well, because I feel like every other England team, right, had a good 11 players, but they didn't have a strong bench as well. Here they have a strong bench as well, and they are all happy to play second fiddle to each other, lah, which
Right.
is what
That's
you
a
want
good
to.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To
that's
be
the thing.
honest, you must give kudos to like Rashford. I mean, imagine like I mean, he's actually
No,
a
but
big
Rashford
player.
is injured now. He's going for operation. He won't even start for United next
Oh,
year.
really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I didn't know
honestly, guys, imagine how Chilwell feels. He hasn't played a single minute yet.
yeah. And he
Yeah,
won the
that's
Champions
quite
League
insane.
1 month ago.
Yeah.
Even
So
Reece
yeah,
James
he's a
hasn't gotten much
Champions League
minutes,
winner
I
and he hasn't
No,
played a single minute
we
yet.
have talked about this.
Who Adrian?
Even Reece James hasn't gotten much
Yeah,
minutes.
even
Right?
Reece James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
There
you
was
notice,
one game when they played five
I
at
mean,
the back, right? When he
even
was
even
against
even
Germany.
Trippier, like
Trippier won the La Liga also.
yeah, Trippier. I mean,
every-
all these are big players who are not
Yeah.
getting a chance.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
tough,
as much
it's
as
tough.
they. So, and that's the thing. It's very important to manage the egos of players. Like you compare to, like, for example, the French team, right? They also stack with quality, but I think if you compare the dressing room atmosphere, right? I mean, at least from what we see on the outside, I would say
Yeah.
England seem a lot more united, and same goes for Italy as well. That's the reason the team spirit for both these teams, I think, are one of the best in the whole tournament, and which is why they are able to go far in the tournament. I mean, quality is always there for most of the teams, but whether you can get over the line also has to do with the togetherness you share, and
Yeah.
I think that's why these two teams are in the final.
Right. But bottom line is, I think the English players, they understand that how important this is to them as a nation, because it's been like ages, like I almost say 55 years
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
their last
Semi-final if you count it.
Major
lah,
trophy.
but
Yeah.
Yeah,
since
if
their
you count
last
the 2018.
That is
but,
crazy.
so I think for them it's more of like it's bigger than all of them. I think the moment any player has a doubt like, oh, why am I not being played, and then I think they sort of they can reassure themselves like, oh, you know what, this is much bigger than me, because it's for the country, to put the national team back on the map. Because until this tournament, really, England are, I mean,
They are
we've
favourites,
discussed it on
but
the show.
not.
Yeah,
They never
like
favorites.
I mean,
They never favorites. They're just
they were never
overhyped.
favorites.
Overhyped.
Yeah,
Overhyped.
they were
No,
known as like serial
Yeah,
bottlers.
always the overhyped team.
Yeah,
I mean,
And-
they underachieve at almost every tournament,
Right,
except
yeah.
recently.
we're talking about a team that 12 years ago didn't even qualify for the tournament.
Yeah.
So
I think
so
it's down to sorry.
yeah, so I'm just saying, like, for them, they understand the importance of it, I think. So that way, it's I think the egos have been managed, and I don't
think-
even see much
Sorry.
egotistical
There's no
players.
ego. There is no
Yeah.
egos in the team. It's a big.
Also,
That's
I
a big
guess-
factor.
I can,
Praveen
we
wants
can
to
all
say.
agree now that I mean Southgate is a class manager, world class manager.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean it's like I mean
World class
Oh
is
my-
stretch, but he's a very
If
good
he
man.
wins the tournament against
Yeah.
Italy, who are arguably the strongest,
Yeah.
team
World
in
class
the
means
tournament.
like Klopp, Pep, that kind of. Isn't that world
He's
class?
I would say for Southgate, like, he's a good tournament manager. I feel like he's
Yeah. I don't think he'll do well in club.
being in a national team suits him very well, because
Yeah.
that's the kind of I think it plays to his strength. I think like people like Pep and Klopp can achieve consistency over a longer period of time. So that's why they are considered the greats of our game in terms of management. So that's why I would say still Southgate has still some way to go, but I think he's in the right job. It's perfect for him. Like, because if you take a look at his club record for Middlesbrough, right, I was actually reading up. Like, I was quite curious. He had a win percentage of 29%. I know Middlesbrough aren't like are probably like a relegation certain club when he took over. So I mean that maybe doesn't do justice to how good a manager he is, but
Right.
I would say based on at least face value, he's clearly doing much better with the national team than he is
Yeah.
with
Right.
his club. That's the thing.
And the thing
Yeah, but
about
the oh yeah, go on.
no, I was just saying, like, adding on to the fact that Southgate is kind of underrated. Right? We all talk about before the tournament. We were saying how he doesn't deserve this wealth of talent. Right? His achievements are 4th in the 2018 World Cup, 3rd in the UFA Nations League, and possibly 2nd or 1st, depending on whatever happens, lah. So it's basically an ascendancy, but we don't realize it as ascendancy because we see the 2018 World Cup as like a failure. Sort of.
The 2018 World Cup will always have an asterisk for me, because they had a much easier run in throughout the tournament up to the semi-finals, I think. I don't
isn't
think
this
even the
tournament-
semi-finals, even the
Yeah.
semi-finals, like they were the favorites.
Yeah. I think
Isn't
this
tournament also
against
like
Croatia.
no, but
completely-
y'all beat Germany, what?
Yeah,
Germany is a pretty decent team as well.
yeah.
Even
think-
Denmark
I
were
think-
coming in very good form.
I think look at the home advantage in the semi-finals, finals, laser pointing
Yeah.
at all their stuff is
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Let's come to
Yeah.
the laser point incident.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. Let's move on to the English fans who booed another nation's national anthem. This is
Not new.
being
Nothing new.
being five men who served Singapore in the who did national service in Singapore. It's absolutely insane that someone would disrespect another national anthem. Honestly,
And another thing I saw was out of the 11 starting players, right, I think 9 of them are immigrants.
It's funny. It's damn funny, honestly.
And then
The irony.
if you look at the player of the tournament for for England is a Jamaican player.
Sterling.
yeah.
True. Yeah. Perfectly true, lah. Yeah.
I
You know,
mean, the
there's
hypocrisy is funny.
there was this player protection service. They released the data saying that Sterling, since his debut, right, he's been the most racially abused player in the entire world.
I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not surprised.
It's
a
actually damn
disgrace,
sad.
It's
I mean, people criticize him for moving into a better house. So
Yeah.
now taking care of your family and improving your quality of life is seen as frivolous
a lot of
It's a
that has
crime.
to do with the,
It's a crime, apparently.
and too indulgent.
a
Yeah.
lot of that has to do with the English media also.
Daily
Their
Mail, dude.
laziness,
Daily Mail is just. Oh my god.
Yeah, the paparazzi, literally anything is a headline.
I can see
Sterling
this.
gets a-
Yeah.
Sterling gets a tattoo of a gun, and then all of a sudden he advocates gun violence. What kind of nonsense is that? He's
So
that,
if you have a
if I'm not
Pokemon
wrong,
tattoo,
right?
then you advocate animal abuse, lah.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong,
It's just stupidity.
did he just say if you have a Pokemon tattoo, you advocate animal?
Animal abuse.
It's a thinker. It's a bit of a thinker.
Oh.
I mean, I
Well,
can see the
actually,
same thing
that's-
happening to
they-
Saka. Honestly.
Yeah, but Saka is like, I don't know. It's
No,
actually
he's up
very
and down.
different.
I feel like this
Yeah, but Saka
generation
is
is
like-
different, lah.
No, but Saka
yeah,
plays for
Saka is
Arsenal.
looked
That's the
upon as like
difference.
a generational talent.
Oh,
you know?
but this is the honeymoon phase, bro. Because the same thing happened to Sterling. Then the
Yeah.
moment he got a house, right? Saka got a house recently. Same treatment by Daily Mail. I can see him. I can just wait for one season, right, where he's slightly off form, right? They're gonna
Rip into him.
rip into him.
They're going to
it's-
absolutely rip into him.
But the thing is with Sterling, right? Like okay lah, but they flamed their mom, his mom also lah. Like it's damn sad actually.
Yeah,
I was reading up like she's actually like she cleans toilets in schools and stuff lah. Then they say that why does a cleaner need such a big house?
What?
Oh my god,
that is so.
So there was a
dude, that is so.
What?
That's like the most English media article I've ever heard.
yeah.
If you notice, Sterling doesn't really celebrate when he scores. Like I think there's some like reports saying that like he plays for England purely because he's a citizen. He's not like out of like, oh, I love my nation.
I
God
don't
save
think
the
so.
Queen.
I mean,
No lah, I mean, he looks very
hashtag
motivated.
boy from Brand. He looks
At
very
this point-
motivated, to be honest.
At this point, Sterling is in like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Yeah.
Anything he does will be used against him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's
Quite
a
sad,
joke.
Wasn't he approached by
Yeah.
Jamaica a while back? Or was it?
Yeah, but why would he choose Jim? Why would he
As
choose
in,
Jamaica?
the fact that
Respectfully.
he was thinking about it really
Respect.
shows that he doesn't even. He's not like fully loyal to.
No,
No,
but,
that's normal.
no, but
that's normal.
that early in a player's career, they need to weigh the options of
Mm.
whether I start off the bench for England or do I consistently start for another national team.
Yeah.
That's like very important. That's why. Oh my god. now
Zaha.
I'm-
Zaha
So-
went to play for Ivory Coast as well.
Yeah, correct. And players like Grealish and Declan Rice, they decided to take the trade off. Say, oh, okay, I won't play for the Irish team. I'm happy coming off the bench for
England.
for England. So I think that early in a player's career, they don't even know whether they'll end up being a world class player or not. So I think it's very
Yeah.
important to take that factor into account. That's why I think every player thinks about it. Like every player who's
It's
eligible
like,
to play for two
who can
nations.
play? Where can you have more opportunities? Simple as that.
Exactly, yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah.
I think even Aubameyang did the same thing. He could have
Yeah.
played for the France team, but he chose Gabon.
We kind of regressed a lot. We're talking about the booing of the.
Yeah.
the
I
fans.
think, okay, actually, let's come back to the laser point incident. Isolated.
Yeah.
It's the second.
We went all the way to. I mean, okay.
No, I
fine.
mean,
It's
we
also-
started
with
it's
the
sort of
match
rel-
also.
it is sort of relevant because that just shows how disgraceful English fans are.
Yeah.
To me, they're all hooligans. I'm not going to like censor
All
them.
of them.
All are,
Not maybe the people
okay,
in
not
the stadium.
all. Okay, a lot of. I mean, the way at least it's portrayed to us, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it seems quite bad, lah. And
Yeah.
I've been to
Halfway across the world, that's
Old
what it
Trafford
is, yeah.
before. I've seen the football hooliganism there. Like it's quite scary, lah. I'm not gonna lie. No, it is. Like it's
To be
quite
fair, they improve
intimidating.
quite a lot.
It
They
is
improve quite
improved.
a lot.
I think
compared to
it's a
last
lot better, but it is bad, lah. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty bad.
If okay, so if what happened in this match constitute as it getting better, then I don't want to know what it was like when it was worse, honestly.
Yeah, you
Because
don't want to know.
so when Kane was taking the penalty, some idiot pointed a laser
Laser
pointer
pointer.
in Schmeichel's eyes, and he still saved the penalty. So I mean, what does that say?
I mean,
But,
you all
I
think
mean,
that like it should be like overturned in the sense that
Yeah,
like
England
ask the
are
like,
getting charged, right?
like,
for this.
retake the penalty.
See, like this one, this is very difficult to say.
No, but if that's the case,
Why
then,
would you penalize the team?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, you
But
can.
it's,
Why would you?
it's definitely not the
No,
Danish fans.
no, for
Yeah,
this very reason, laser pointers are not allowed in stadiums. So
Yeah.
this dude managed to like sneak it past.
Yeah.
Sneak pass. Yeah.
It's not even that. It, like I mean, you cannot say like that. I mean, if players are being racially abused, they stop the match. Right? I mean, what did the players do?
With Praveen, it's the same
It's
thing as, let's say it's windy, right? And then you kick the ball and then it comes back to you. What do you do about the wind? It's a third
No, no
factor
one
that
can
you can't
control the
control.
wind.
So
Yeah, but
so
you
you're
can't
telling
control
me
the
a laser pointer incident and a weather condition is
But
the same.
Krama, one is a controllable, one is an uncontrollable.
No,
right?
not
Both are
controllable.
external. Both are fall into the bracket of external factors.
I would still say one is
Not
controllable
really.
because you can control whether you bring a laser pointer into a stadium or not, right? That's the thing.
It's still on the fan to
To an
not do
extent,
that,
it's
You
still
see, if the
controllable,
guy,
yeah.
if Kane retakes the penalty, right, the guy won't point the laser pointer. If that doesn't mean the wind is going to stop in another 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
No, but it's a constant, like just the hostility of the environment, lah. I'm just categorizing as hostility of the environment. It's just a constant.
At
there.
the point it crosses the line, I feel that's the
Yeah,
line.
the laser pointer is like,
It's
I
too
mean,
much, lah.
But
I mean, it's
do
like
you
a
think
different player already.
do you think VAR should have? I don't know. I mean, it's very
No lah.
difficult to
Yeah,
spot.
we
Okay.
won't do that
Do
kind
you
of
think
stuff.
yeah, I
VAR
don't
should
know
have
what
done a job there?
I don't know what could be done.
I think
Like,
BK
if-
knows,
if
what.
Kane
Remember the
ends up-
beach ball?
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about it.
It's I felt that pain before, honestly. but the truth is, had Schmeichel made a big deal about it, I think
He
that
did.
he did. He complained
He
a lot
did.
because of it.
He complained to the ref, lah. What else can he do?
Okay, then
Okay, I didn't know.
Then
I didn't know he complained to it.
I didn't know
I had
as
no
well.
idea. Okay,
Didn't see
fine.
that. Sorry.
But I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it's unacceptable, lah.
Yeah.
The team you support might be getting their first national trophy in 55 years. Had Kane scored the penalty outright, do you really want like people to say, "Oh yeah, England won the Euros," but then that's because in the semi-final some dude pointed a laser pointer.
But that's the same argument everyone uses. Like even when Liverpool won the league, they say, "Oh, it's COVID, so everyone sucks." That's why it's asterisk here.
That
It's
is
like-
literally the first time I've ever heard that.
no, that's the thing. What? It's a COVID year. Things got stopped in the middle. It's not a continuous season. You can't. It's all these factors.
anything
I
that
mean,
works.
it's not like Liverpool continue to play. What? They
We are
also
going
stop
off
in
topic
between,
again. We are going off
Yeah,
topic.
No, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, there's like a lot of factors.
I mean, but this is like quite a poor fact. I mean, in general, I think the fans have been horrible.
Yeah, dude. They also another very classy thing they did. They spat on the Danish fans. So I think that really
Wow.
visit England, guys.
I didn't know.
I
didn't
think
know
I
Denmark
think
was-
me and Vikas
Speaking
were
on the-
talking. Me and Vikas, like, I mean, I don't think like these English fans like they deserve these players. To be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
To be honest, the English
but-
team themselves have been class throughout.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
yeah,
that's the thing.
exactly.
They
Look
don't
at it the
deserve
other way.
this group of players. You know, the
It's-
fans don't deserve this
No,
group
but
of
look at
players.
it the
like
other
that.
way. If you look at the other way, the England deserves this team because of everything that happened against them. The ghost goal, the 90s horrible, all that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just
Everything
saying
went
in terms
against them. So
But what does that
they
do with
finally
the
deserve-
fans, though?
That has nothing to do with this.
What does that have to do with the fans?
The fans should still behave themselves. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't give them an excuse.
No, I'm
It doesn't
just
give them
saying
an
England.
excuse to behave this way, right?
I'm just saying England deserves the sort of luck we talk about here.
No, the team deserves to be in the final. Nobody's
Yeah,
taking
no
away
one's
from what
questioning
they've
that.
done.
Yeah.
They've definitely, I think Italy and England are probably the two best performing sides in these Euros, and they deserve to be in the final. But that being said, the fans should still have some sort of decorum. I mean, the booing of national anthem, okay, fine, shithousery, but like this is like
They boo for
legit-
the-
I mean, for me, even
For
for
the
the
Chinese
national
video
anthem,
also.
is-
like for me, it's too much, but then I guess you
Yeah.
can debate it.
I mean, every time the players take the knee as well, they boo.
Yeah, they
like,
think,
yeah,
yeah.
like,
yeah, I
really-
mean, like,
Also, keeping in mind, they are coming up against Italy. They know a thing or two about football hooliganism, bro. Did you see them throughout the no? But did you see them throughout the tournament? They were so well behaved, like dressing up as Roman soldiers and stuff. Really wholesome stuff. Why can't England be like that? They have to take off their shirt and show their England flag fullback tattoo. And they, come on, England. Throwing their pints in the air. I mean, come on, guys.
I
Nah,
think
you guys don't
okay.
that style, like,
To be
just
fair,
don't-
I think also we're generalizing a bit, lah. I mean,
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's like I just
I think
described the
that's
stereotypical.
What is wrong in
England
doing
fan.
all that though? What do you,
No. Yeah. I was about to say
Because it's
that's
like I say, it's an emotion that hasn't been felt in 55 years.
just don't spit on the opposition.
Oh yeah,
Guys.
that's true.
I mean,
I'm talking about the pints and stuff.
whole basic human decency, lah. That's like
Yeah,
bare
the
minimum,
bar
yeah.
is so low. How
I
do
mean,
you
yeah,
not manage to clear
Just
it?
saying, you'll be fine in Singapore if you spit.
Oh, yeah.
We can. The funny thing is we are in the middle of a pandemic, so it's even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes even less sense to do it. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the noisy minority. I'm pretty sure most fans.
Yeah, it is.
It is,
most
yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Let's not extend one guy pointing a laser pointer to the entire. I mean, if everybody
Yeah.
did that, it would have been a light show.
But unfortunately, that's the thing that happened with generalizing.
If everybody did that,
Yeah,
Can you imagine that? That would be so funny.
You know, like those
In the
bank
final,
saves
right?
where they got the
Like,
lasers, then you have to
It's
like.
a penalty shootout case. Kane's taking the decisive penalty, and then the entire Burmese army just whips out the floodlights. Don't know what's like.
Dude, you just know there's gonna be if the final goes to penalties, there's gonna be an undercover Danish fan in an England shirt. He's going, this is my time.
They
He's gonna be
started a petition against rematch the game or some shit.
Time
So
to bring
that's
them
not
back from
happening.
Manila.
That's not
That's
happening.
like-
definitely not
Gonna
happening.
happen,
it's the same for like the Mbappe one, right? They
Yeah.
kind of are doing it,
Yeah,
so they want to do the same thing. I
Yeah.
don't know.
yeah, there was a petition also for.
So, is that all about the football hooliganism, boys?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we've gone on.
More or less, lah. Yeah.
more or less.
We've
Yes,
ranted
please stop.
long enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so now final preview, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the final, the game we've all been waiting for, England versus Italy, Peaky Blinders versus the Mafia.
It's
The
honestly Peaky
Godfather
Blinders
Mafia.
season 4.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Season 4 of Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. let's see,
Battle of
let's
the
see what
what?
happens.
Yeah, battle of the team that's considered the most, considered the least versus the team that scored the most.
Oh,
So it's
unstoppable force versus immovable object.
To be honest,
Yeah.
Pickford haven't considered a goal from open play yet.
Yeah, that's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's already shown signs of his like old demons. Like,
Coming into form at the right time.
yeah.
T-Rex Pickford.
He likes.
You know, he's extremely short for a goalkeeper. That's a big disadvantage.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no
Foot,
idea.
is
I
it?
didn't know, yeah. How
For
tall is he?
goalkeeper, lah. For
1.8?
goalkeeper, 1.85 maybe something.
Yeah, that's
I
quite
don't know,
short.
I'm not
That's
sure.
6'1". That's taller than Kepa. Kepa is 6 foot. If I'm not
But
wrong.
Kepa isn't in the Euros, lah, for us.
I mean,
But-
But to
Yeah,
start
that's-
with, England is.
Donnarumma is huge. Have you seen the
Donnarumma
video?
is 6'5".
Yeah, have you seen the video? They carry Insigne so that he can touch Donnarumma's head.
Wow.
I didn't see
That's
that.
amazing.
I'm gonna search
Yeah.
for it after we finish recording.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Okay, so how do you guys want to approach this?
I think we should
do
talk
you
about the
guys wanna-
midfield better, lah. I think that's the main
Yeah.
thing here.
Okay, do we do predictions first,
At the end, maybe.
At
and
the
then
end,
we can justify our decisions, or do you guys want to talk about the midfield straight up?
okay,
Okay, go by like go
predictions
from
first, lah.
spine up, lah. Like
Okay, fine.
defense.
Okay, fine. Predictions first. Let's go with
Yeah.
predictions first, then back it up.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine. Who wants to go first?
Promote.
yeah, go promote.
Promote.
Wow, put me on the spot. I think England is coming home. That's a fact. Like I think it's quite established that it's coming home.
That's
not
not a
opinion.
fact, but yeah,
It's not-
It's not an opinion now. Now it's a fact for Promote.
yeah.
It has to come home now. Like
He could go to Rome, I'm just saying. But
no, it's not going to Rome. It's coming home. Okay, I'm going to say
Imagine the trophy being at Wembley and it travels to Rome.
Yeah, that'll be
yeah, it's just sad.
heartbreak.
I think
Come on,
Kane will
Pramod.
score one more to get the golden boot. That would be
Okay.
amazing. So I'm going to say Kane 1-0. It's going to be very tight. I don't see him
Kane
scoring more
1-0.
than
Kane,
Yeah,
1-0 England. You mean?
Yeah, Kane to score 1-0. Because Bonucci and Cellini are not going to let in goals. Clearly.
Yeah.
And since Donnarumma's debut, right, Italy have not considered more than one goal in a single match.
Oh,
Yeah.
So they've only considered one goal in a match
And
after
Dude,
Donnarumma's
this-
debut.
This match is gonna be flames.
And the fact that he debuted for Italy when he was 17 and they didn't even make it into the World Cup. You can just show like their defense was actually pretty good all the way.
Dude.
It's just their attack.
I mean, Donnarumma is a phenom, honestly. He already has
Yeah,
200 plus
he's
appearances,
a-
and he's
Yeah.
like 22 only.
He's going to be
Exactly how he
a
said.
legend. He's going to be an
He's an
absolute
all-time
legend.
great.
He's actually 10 years younger than me.
10 years younger than you.
10 years
10
younger
days,
than
10
you.
days.
Oh,
10
10
days.
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 10 days.
Okay.
I was like, what?
Yeah. So okay, Prabha 1-0. Next one, who's going to go?
Okay, I'll go. I think England will score one, but I think Italy will come back. I think 2-1 Italy.
It's okay. So
As much
1-1
as
to.
it'll be nice to see England win, but 2-1 Italy.
So London
and
1,
chips
Rome
are
1 so far. Let's go.
Arjun?
Arjun?
Okay, I think I'll back England to win. I
Okay.
think I find it hard to see them scoring more than 1 or 2. It's very hard to score this against this Italy defense. So
Yeah.
I might just go for 1-0 as well.
Okay.
And yeah, lah.
Who's scoring?
Arjun?
Saka.
my
Why
son,
not?
right?
Why not? Let Saka to score.
Why not?
Why not?
Do you all think Saka will start?
You think he might? I
I think he will.
Probably
I
will.
don't know. I have a strong feeling. I don't know that they might start like.
I don't think
Do you
he
all
will
think
play because they played too much already. Like
Yeah,
120
it's not
minutes
even
4 days
that.
ago is too much already.
To be fair, most of his appearances
Saka,
have been.
Saka got subbed off in 70 already.
Yeah.
When
He was around
came-
for Grealish.
Grealish came on. What?
Yeah,
True,
but
yeah.
you could also think, but then you look at most of his appearances, he's not played the full 90, so he's
Yeah.
actually not.
Guys, I
Over
got one
being
more
over
question.
now.
I got one random question. If you score a goal in extra time, does it add to the golden boot?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's just
you-
penalty
why
shooter
not?
doesn't.
But you
doesn't
get, but you're getting more time to score than the rest.
I mean,
Someone who doesn't
technically,
play.
Too bad,
you're
ah.
going further in the tournament, you get more time. What?
Yeah.
By that logic. So
No, but everyone gets
what-
90 minutes, then you get 120 minutes.
Okay, then
No,
you
but-
just look at the goals per minute ratio, lah. What's the problem?
That's why there's no extra time in the group stage, Pramod.
yeah.
So I
in
just
a
feel
way.
like the whole okay lah.
So you feel that Ronaldo should have won the golden boot by now already, lah? Because he only
No,
played 3 games.
as in it's not the variable is not fair. You get more like
I-
quantity of time in a
I mean,
game. You know what I mean?
Okay, like it is a. In a
No, but
way,
it's a side
sort of
question,
makes sense.
you know.
It's not a make sense, but in a way, that's tournament football. Like you cannot help it.
So
Right?
so what if Salah gets injured for 35 games next season? Then the other strikers got more game time. What?
No, you're talking about game
Yeah,
time. Talking
yeah.
about duration of a game. It's two different things. One
Yeah,
game
but-
is 90 minutes versus one game is 120 minutes. Two different.
Okay, lah, but
things.
also depends on whether the manager chooses to play you for that period of time also. Right?
Why
That's
do
also
we
another-
always
But
end up in this? Can we
yeah.
finish the predictions first?
Yeah.
yeah.
I just asked a random question because I thought.
Okay.
Do you all, another question. Do you all think he's going to play 4-2-3-1 or is going to change the formation to fire the back?
No, I think 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. Because
He
I
can't
think
afford to be defensive against Italy, then they'll never score.
and
they
in a
need
way,
a-
actually, fire the back is not really defensive as well. Because the wing backs fly up also. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's true. But still,
But,
you
yeah.
want to commit a player without any defensive responsibility. So
In the
that
number
extra
10.
player can be utilized in attack.
No, but
for
the thing
me-
is, right, they don't have Mount. That's a big thing because
Why? What happened to him?
no. In the sense, if they play fire at the back, they won't play Mount. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's only it's going to be Declan and Calvin Phillips. Right?
I doubt
think-
they'll
I think-
play five.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
more so I think it's also because Germany played 3 at the back when they played 5 at the back also. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. So I think it should counter that threat. But right now, Italy don't pose a similar threat as did Germany. So
Right.
I do see them playing for the back.
I think
Point
they should
about that.
exploit the left side. Emerson.
Emerson,
is-
yeah.
It's a third choice left back.
You know what's the funny thing? The last time Saka played Emerson, Emerson got taken off at the 35th minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
Master
the
class.
build up for this is insane.
But Emerson provided the assist to Chiesa, the goal.
No, yeah, he's attacking. I mean, his attacking side of the game is not the problem.
He has won the Champions League at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
He still won it though. So
Fair enough.
Okay.
I can
Praveen,
see going.
Praveen,
I
Praveen,
can
your-
see
your
going till
predictions.
pens. Like
Okay.
1-1, then go till pens.
And who wins the pens?
I
England.
think Donnarumma has to save more than Pickford, right? Clearly, if he goes to pens. Who the heck sees Pickford saying more than Donnarumma?
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
that's-
Italy.
that's-
What if the Italians miss though? That's also a
Yeah.
something you want to
Donnarumma is a giant. Pickford is.
Yeah, it's intimidating. Yeah, true lah.
They definitely have the
Donnarumma
advantage
is-
in penalties.
That's
Yeah,
the
Italy
thing
will have that
about.
advantage.
That's the thing yesterday also when I thought about penalties.
But I
for
feel
Denmark.
that how to say England has better set piece takers compared to Italy.
But Immobile
They
is
have
also
they have a
very
few
good.
also like they have like Insigne and like okay like
Immobile
they
is
also
very
have pretty good Immobile and Jorginho lah. cheeky guy.
I feel like the pressure is too much for England if he goes to penalties. They will
Yeah,
screw up.
that's the thing.
Because
16,000 people
they're known
watching.
to crash out in penalty shootouts also. Although
Yeah.
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
like they've proven it wrong in recent years, but still.
Once.
Yeah.
Once.
But I think when it
Kane
comes
not
to
scoring
penalties,
against Michael is not a good sign actually.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
true.
If Kane cannot do it right, I think I don't trust anyone at the to be honest.
Yeah.
I
But the
don't know. I
thing
think
about penalties is when penalties
I don't
are
even think Sterling will take it.
Sterling's not that good, right, at penalties.
I don't know. They boo him too much. To be honest, he's actually pretty good, lah. I think he gets. I mean, to be honest,
Why
at
would
that point,
England boo Sterling while
Yeah,
he's
why would
taking
you-
a penalty for
Yeah,
them?
no, when he doesn't play for England, like when it's club football.
I know,
they-
but right now, as in, if he,
Okay,
I think
to be
he's a
honest,
man for
he's-
England now. Honestly, He
to be
could
honest,
be
I wouldn't be surprised if they boo Sterling also. It's English fans.
on behalf of everyone listening and watching, can we get Pravin's prediction? And can we carry on with the predictions? Finish the predictions first.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't know who's going to win in the penalties, but I can just go. I can
Right.
see it going to the penalties. Yeah.
Okay, lah.
Right.
Okay. I'll give the last prediction. So I think it's going to be 1-1. If England are going to win it, it's going to be in extra time. If not, if it goes to penalties, I don't see England winning it. Italy, and the one main thing is because England also haven't been tested in penalties this whole Euros.
Right.
Yeah,
But what's your
but that's
prediction? What's going to happen?
Italy are going to win in pens, lah. If that's
Okay.
what I think, lah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think same. If bottom line is we establish that if it's pens, Italy are winning.
Pens, Italy is winning. No two ways about it. Lah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I already know Pickford's going to pull off a masterclass. After.
Okay. So now where is the match going to be won and lost? I assume you all said midfield, right? Just now.
Yeah, so it's for
so
me. I
that's
feel like it's going to be a battle between Rice, Declan, and then you got the other side of Jorginho, Locatelli, or whatever. That three, Barella.
I think their three is much
Rice,
better than.
Declan.
Sorry,
Rice
Rice
and
and Phillips. Rice and Phillips. Why I say Rice and Declan? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel Italy's midfield is much better than English midfield. Lah.
Okay, lah.
They can do the dirty work and the creativity is there. Lah.
To be honest, I think Phillips is an all-action midfielder, in my opinion.
Yeah,
He's very, very good up front as well.
But okay, like, at
More
least
than
on
I
paper. Lah. But I feel
On
on
paper,
paper,
yeah.
On
on
paper, yeah,
paper-
but I would say what I saw in the semi-final for Italy, right? Their midfield wasn't that dominant, especially against Spain. I think Spain were much more. They were winning the midfield battle by a country mile. It's just
yeah,
the
but the thing
quality.
is, Spain's midfield
quality
is
win-
also
Yeah,
midfield
true,
is
true.
also freaking good.
Yeah. Spain are two playing like Koke and Busquets. It's very similar
Yeah.
to England.
In a way, you can say,
Right.
but I would say
Koke
like
is a
the
proper
superior
centre
finishing
mid,
is.
As in, I thought they played two DMs like England.
No, they play
No,
one.
No,
game.
they play
Okay,
Busquets.
okay, played,
Busquets.
They
box
play
to box.
Busquets. I think
Busquets
Busquets,
and-
one guy can hold the midfield. Lah. I mean, he's been doing it for 10 years.
lah.
So.
I mean, Busquets is just
Yeah.
different.
How are
Yeah,
we
class.
talking about Busquets?
Yeah, we
No,
cannot.
no,
continue.
I was going to yeah. I mean, you all
Yeah.
digressed. Yeah, no, as in, I feel like in Italy's actually need to. I mean, they don't need to dominate the midfield to win the game. Is what I'm saying, because I feel they have a lot of quality up top with Chiesa, Immobile, and Insigne. All three are very capable finishers, lah. So for me, even if they don't dominate the midfield battle, I do see them scoring a goal in one way or
But,
another.
but,
as
but they lack
did
the
in-
focal point, right? Compared to England, you know what I mean? They don't have
yeah,
the funnel.
I that's why I personally feel the England will actually dominate possession in the game, but I do see Italy scoring as well.
Didn't Immobile like win the Golden Boot like last season? Not last season. Last season. Sorry, my bad.
Syria,
correct.
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Syria,
Syria.
He had like an obscene amount of goals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
penalties
can't
as well,
remember
though.
how
To
much,
be
but a
fair.
lot.
But
Asterix, the penalties again.
yeah,
Yeah,
but to be fair, I don't think he's had a
He's
very
good,
good
lah.
tournament. Immobile.
Yeah, he hasn't had a good tournament.
He's been struggling
scored,
quite a
no?
bit. He scored, but
He
like
scored.
a lot of times that you usually see him finishing, right? He struggled to put it away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that could
The
be
players in the
another thing.
flanks are carrying more. of
Chiesa
the-
is class.
Chiesa and Insigne like can shoot from anywhere outside the box. It goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a FIFA player, honestly.
Yeah, it's a FIFA player. Outside box, he should get like it's like he's playing for the 2 goals in a long range.
Yeah,
He doesn't even take a shot inside the box. It's just all outside the box.
his finish.
Yeah.
was
Like
nice.
curler.
Yeah.
It's freaking curler.
But so that's where the game is going to be won and lost.
For me, no,
Finish.
but
I think one more.
I think
one
I'm
more.
the only one. Yeah. No, as you carry on. Yeah,
No,
for
I
me,
was just saying-
I don't think it's midfield. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Then would it be the Kane versus Bonucci?
I would say, I would say I would say
also agree.
which strikers have the better quality to take the chances is where I see the game being won or lost, because
Yeah.
I don't think a
I-
midfield battle is going to determine the game.
To be honest, yeah, I can see that because I feel the defense is pretty much equal.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
yes,
feel like the midfield will be more of a battle attrition.
Never
Like,
did I
yeah.
think that Maguire and Stones will be compared to Bonucci and Chiellini, two legends, Italian legends.
Yeah, but I
And
mean,
you have a slab head and a
No,
guy.
I think he's talking about the level of players that they are going against. So like
Yeah,
Kane is going
I
against
understand.
Bonucci and Chiellini, they're like world class, and then on the other end is, even though it's not that like world class, I mean they're still
not to be
talented.
not really. I would say Stones and Maguire, the partnership is
It's
at
quite,
least
it's world class.
it's
Right
quite
now, it's
world
world
class.
class.
I mean, okay, fine.
Memes
It
aside,
is, it is,
they're
memes
world
aside,
class.
I mean Stones is the only player in a Euros as a centre back to keep 5 clean sheets in a row. So
What? Wait, what? The only player ever?
yeah, only player ever.
What?
5 clean
with
sheets in a row.
with
5
Maguire,
clean
right?
sheets in a row.
No,
it's Stones.
Maguire didn't play all games, right? That's the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mings was
Stones is
playing.
the
Maguire-
only Stones is the only
Maguire
player to
robbed.
have five clean sheets in a row.
Right.
Yeah.
I think for the Italian defense, right, just to get back to the topic, I think for the Italian defense, I think if they succeed in isolating Kane, England will have a tough time. Unless it's from the right, whoever's taking on Emerson, be it Saka or someone else,
Sterling.
they
It's on
really
the
need
right.
to.
I
No,
think
right
no,
would be
Saka,
No,
Saka,
Emerson's
Saka,
on the
Saka.
left. Yeah.
Saka.
Yeah, sorry, Saka.
Yeah. So right for England, lah. So
Yeah.
I think that is a very, very vital point. England will look to exploit that. I mean, I think someone already said that, right? But if Chiellini and Bonucci manage to isolate Kane, I think England will have a quite much harder time. But the good news for them is they have quality elsewhere in the pitch. So it's really hard to call this one. I
Yeah.
mean,
You know
it's,
when
And their bench is stacked also. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Both
exactly.
sides. Both
Both
sides.
sides, yeah.
Both sides are
Whoever
stacked.
is coming on, yeah.
I mean, they have Locatelli on the bench, and Locatelli
Yeah.
is like being
Linked to Arsenal.
being hyped up as no,
Right.
lah, it's not gonna happen. They are using us as a bargaining tool. Don't fall for that. He's definitely going to Juve. I mean, Sassuolo is like their feeder club. Honestly.
I think we
It's
need to
like
talk
it's like
about
Southampton and Liverpool, right? That's what you're trying to say. Right?
Pretty much, even worse than that. Like
Yeah.
it's worse than that.
Pramod,
Yeah, Brown was saying something.
But yeah, so like I think we talk about the midfield, right? I think maybe what Southgate can do is he can put Rice on Jorginho and just man mark him the whole game. Because Jorginho is the metronome. He sets the pace. So if you just put like one player man marking him, I think that would like collapse the midfield.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
true also.
That's true.
No, yeah, I agree with that. Jorginho is very, very vital to the
Balloon
Italian
Jornama.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
would you
whether-
want
said in
would you
the
want Rice
press
to play
conference,
so high up though?
Also, not Rice, whoever, Phillips.
Yeah. I think, would you want the two holding midfielders to play that high up though? As a thing.
No, but if it means choking Jorginho, right, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, because then you
Because
win the ball way
everything
high.
goes through Jorginho
Yeah,
for Italy.
I see Calvin Phillips doing the job because Calvin Phillips tends to push higher than
Yeah.
Rice lah.
yeah.
If that's what their plan is like.
No, it fits into his style of play as well.
Yeah.
Henderson, what do you think, BK? I feel like he should play.
No, I don't think he'll play. No,
I don't think so.
I don't think. He might come on maybe
Yes,
at the
he'll
end
come on.
to maybe waste time.
I feel like he will protect more than Rice. I
No,
think
but I
Phillips
feel
will
like-
stay.
No, but Henderson's box to box. Henderson's not a DM.
As in,
Despite
if you
what
want, if you
Fakar
want
will say.
someone to do a job like from A to Z, just follow what I say. Henderson is the best man, right? And you want him to mark Jorginho, he'll do the job for you.
I feel like it's too late because right now
Yeah, it's final stage.
Phillips and Rice are settled and they're doing well. There's
Yeah.
no reason to take either of them off.
You can't afford for that call to go wrongly.
Yeah.
You
And I don't
can't
think I
afford to
remember
experiment
one
now.
game where either of them have been way off the pace. They've
Yeah.
always been
So it
7 out
doesn't
of 10
warrant
above.
not starting the two of them. I think the
Yeah.
two of them, you have to see until halftime. If they can't do it, then I think Southgate obviously knows better than me. Then
Yeah.
he'll decide what to do with it. But Henderson, I think for this, he's more of a box to box kind of guy. So if you tether him to Jorginho, he'll follow orders, but whether it will benefit the entire England team is anyone's guess.
I feel like that's the lock. Like if you just lock him up, right? Done already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
but to be
true,
fair,
It's easier said than done, though.
the matchup of the wingers also quite important, I feel.
33
Right.
games unbeaten.
Like,
Italy.
Yeah.
yeah. Wow, 33 games. Oh
That's
god, I
good.
didn't know.
The thing
I didn't
is-
know that.
The thing is, Spinazzola has been a huge part of their sort of wing back.
It'd be a big man, big
So
miss.
you
right?
talk about
Big miss.
Emerson and then you talk about Jorginho. These two players, right? If you lock them down, or like Emerson is like third choice left back, just like he's not the greatest, right? So
Who's the second choice left back?
Alonso,
yeah, Alonso, right?
Marcus Alonso.
Then why is he not playing?
What for?
What do you mean?
Why are you talking about Chelsea now?
What do you mean? Marcus
Oh no,
Alonso.
I thought you're saying for Italy, it's a third choice centre back.
No, it's third
No,
choice
no.
for Chelsea.
Alonso's
Oh,
Spanish.
third choice.
I'm just trying to say that he's not the best of defenders in that
Yeah.
position. So
Okay,
if he exploit that and the whole Jorginho thing, right?
Yeah.
I think can lah, honestly.
Yeah,
Jorginho is
that's
actually
so-
Insigne said that Jorginho is the most important player in the Italy squad.
I can see Sterling
in a
being
press-
the key again, honestly.
No, he is.
Yeah.
Like
I
I think
Sterling and
Jorginho.
Saka.
I
Yeah.
think Jorginho is the most important
Wingers,
player.
I think it's going to be more like a wingers battle. Battle of the
Yeah.
wingers.
Yeah, Jorginho has started. I mean, I said this in the previous episode. He started every single match under Mancini, so it's. I think it's a pretty. It's set in stone that he is the most important player, or at least the most influential player for Italy. So
Mm.
I
Plus,
think
yeah.
I think Southgate will be thinking to isolate him.
Plus, you got the
Which-
Chelsea boys in England also, so they know
Right.
everything about Reece James,
Yeah.
Chilwell, all these guys.
Mount.
Yeah, they
Mount
definitely
could,
know how
Mount
to.
could do a job. He could press. He could definitely occupy the same space as Jorginho, right?
Yeah.
Since he's a attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that will leave you with one less person up top, lah.
Yeah. But if he can win it up high, right, then you got
Yeah, if
pacey
you're winning up high,
wingers.
then it works. Yeah.
You got pacey wingers in Saka and Sterling and Chiellini. I mean, Chiellini and Bonucci are amazing, but
But
one
that's
maybe
true.
one weakness is their lack of pace, which is
Yeah.
I feel like they might try to exploit it.
right.
Oh my God,
So,
Sterling, his dribbles are so quick, Like, I don't even know how defenders can read him. Like, to even like go in and make a tackle.
It's the build day. It's the slender build. Very
No, but
low center of
he's
gravity.
very intelligent with the way he moves the ball. He uses his
Yeah.
body very, very well.
Mm.
And like it's very hard to win the ball off him.
It's hard to access the ball in a tackle.
Yeah.
Right.
At least he uses his low center of gravity very well. That's the biggest strength in his game, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I think that's about it for in terms of
Imagine
tactical
Sterling
analysis.
score a brace and he wins the golden boot. I'll just laugh. I was like, before the tournament, everyone like, oh my god.
Yeah, it'd be nice. If it happens, I'll be a bit happy for him.
Yeah, to be
At
honest.
least, but then knowing the English media, I mean, they won't care. I mean, in what?
Would that, do
In
you
4
think?
weeks, they won't care.
Question
No,
for,
as in if he okay,
yeah, sorry,
finish
just
your-
quick question for Praveen. Do you think that will change his outlook under Pep? Like, will he get more game time and stuff?
I don't get it. He started him on the Champions
Yeah,
League final.
exactly.
He,
No,
he
No,
think
but
trusts-
he's-
I would say he didn't
he
really start
trusts-
much throughout the season though.
Yeah, he doesn't like in terms of the like.
You mean
Yeah.
Premier League, is it?
He
Okay,
didn't play the left
one
wing
more
position.
thing I think I feel why Sterling didn't start a lot, right, is because we didn't have a striker.
Right.
We didn't have a striker, and he didn't have anyone to support, like how to say, like for him to like pass the ball to score. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fluid movements, but it wasn't like more direct. I feel Sterling is more like a direct player. Like he
Right.
attacks the defenders and he scores.
Mm-hmm.
But last season it was more like it was a very
You all
like
play false
fluid.
nine, right? You all
It was
play
a false nine. It was
Yeah.
De Bruyne playing as a false nine. Bernardo Silva, some midfield. It was a midfield game lah for us. Man City. It was a midfield game last season. It wasn't more of a forwards game, which usually is lah for Man City.
Right.
Man City is usually the three up front doing all the work. I mean, in terms of attacking.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he didn't last season. He didn't fit into the
Pep
system.
system.
But Pep
Yeah.
system last season. But imagine but this won't work long term also lah. That's the thing. We can't afford to not have a striker for very long also. So imagine we have a striker. Imagine if it's Kane. Oh my god, those two.
It's practically
just-
England's front three.
Yeah, they'll just rip into any team. Sterling and Kane. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
I didn't see y'all signing either, but I think we'll come to that another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably good. This will go on for 1 hour. Lah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, Vikas was saying about Sterling's uprise and stuff. Yeah.
What do I say? No, as in if he does like win England the tournament, right? I mean, essentially, he will probably be regarded like I think BK said that they'll probably still rip into him. They won't give him credit, all that. I see England fans like treating him at god level. That's
no,
what
the
I see.
fans, yes. The media, no.
I doubt it though.
No, lah.
I-
If he let's say if he gets
I-
knighted and stuff,
I
right? The
tell
media
you,
cannot.
2 games into the new season, if
How much can
England win the Euros-
how much can a media criticize you if
Yeah.
you won the the first ever Euros in the whole country's history? I don't
No, it's the
understand
English
that.
media we are talking
How
about.
much can they do it? That's my
Yeah,
point.
I don't think they
It'll
will.
be it'll be very hard for them to twist it into something. Like
There's no possible way to do it.
For
Very
example,
hard.
right, on
For me,
like,
if England wins the tournament, he's the man of the tournament for England.
yeah, true.
Sterling
Yeah,
is the man
it's
of the
true,
tournament.
yeah.
Because-
No, as a breakout player, if you all would like to call it.
Right.
Breakout player.
Like,
Yeah, in a way, I mean, say,
I would
did
say
you expect him to
break-
perform? Did you expect
I
him to perform?
expected him. But for me, breakup player, it would be Calvin Phillips. No one expect him like to perform so well. Like it was
Right.
unknown. At least Sterling had the fame and everything.
Okay, lah,
People know
fair
about
enough.
him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, depends on what you define it as, but yeah, I
Okay,
can see
so
both.
we have sort of moved away from the final. We are
Okay.
speculating on what Sterling might do if he scored 2 goals.
Mm.
But I think if none of you have anything else to say, I think we can end the episode here.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's coming home or not? Come on.
It is. It's coming home.
Let's hope.
Okay, so
Let's hope it's
so
coming
on that note,
Yeah.
we have clearly we have a fantastic match lined up for us come Monday morning here in Singapore or Sunday night in England. It's gonna be it's really almost impossible to call this match. We hope to have I hope it's a very very nice match, and we'll see you after the match for a dedicated episode to the finals. Correct?
Yeah.
We have one for
Yep.
finals, right? Yeah, okay. And I guess you can sort of have it as an overall tournament roundup. Be sure to stick around for that. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you don't want to miss that. Also, before I end the episode, follow us on Spotify. We are there as the Next Team Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at the Next Team SG, and I will see you we will see you in the next in the next episode. And until then, yeah, take care. See ya.
Hi guys.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.